Hello everyone, welcome to Pabbly Connect. Today in this video, we are going to integrate two software applications, ActiveTrail and Salesforce. So the use case here is, whenever a new contact is updated in ActiveTrail, automatically update the lead in Salesforce. Now let us know what these two software applications are all about. So ActiveTrail is an email marketing software, whereas Salesforce is a CRM platform. The issue here is that these two software applications don't have any integration between them, and that is why we are going to use Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect is an integration software which will help you to transfer the data from ActiveTrail to Salesforce. The best part here is you don't require any knowledge of coding. So let me show you this on my screen. So here I am at Google, and now what I'm going to do is I'll go to this URL section over here and I'm going to type pabbly.com. Okay, so this is the website of Pabbly, and now I will hover over this product section over here and I'm going to click on Connect. Okay, so now I'm going to click on Sign In. Okay, so now because I've already signed into my account, that is why I am here. You can also sign up for free in just 2 minutes. Here, I would like to mention one more thing. Pabbly Connect offers a free plan where this integration can be tried out absolutely free. You just have to clone the template of the workflow. The link for the same is available in the description below the video. Once you clone the template, you will immediately get access to this workflow right in your account. So now I'm going to scroll down, and here at Connect, I am going to click on Access Now. Okay, so this is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect, and you can see we have so many workflows already created over here. So now I'm going to create a new workflow by clicking on this Create Workflow button. Okay, so now I'm going to give a name to this workflow and I'm going to name it as ActiveTrail to Salesforce. Now I'm going to create it. Okay, so now in this workflow, we are going to integrate ActiveTrail with Salesforce. So first here in Choose App, I am going to choose ActiveTrail. Okay, so now in trigger event, according to our workflow, whenever a contact is updated in ActiveTrail, we want to update the lead in Salesforce. That is why contact updated will be our trigger event over here. Now you can see we have various other trigger events available. You can select whichever trigger event you want according to your choice. And if you don't get the trigger event of your choice, you can contact our team at admin@pabbly.com and our team will help you. So now I am going to click on Contact Updated because this is our trigger event over here. Now you might have a question in your mind that what is this term called trigger event? Let me tell you that automations run on the concept of triggers and actions. It is all about when something happens, do this. For example, when a sale happens, send an email. In our case, whenever a contact is updated in ActiveTrail, we want to update the lead in Salesforce. That is why contact updated in ActiveTrail will be our trigger event, whereas lead updated in Salesforce will be our action event. So now I am going to click on Connect with ActiveTrail. Okay, so now under credentials, you have two options. Either you can create new credentials by entering the API key from ActiveTrail, or you can select any existing credentials from here. So here I'll show you how to get your API key. So in order to get your API key, you can read the instruction over here. You have to go to your ActiveTrail account. I've already logged into my ActiveTrail account. And here in this integrations option, you can see API and then API keys. Okay, so now when you come here, you have to add new integration over here. We'll add new API. So I'm going to name it as Shopify to ActiveTrail. Okay, save. So here I have my API key. I'll just copy it, go back to Pabbly Connect and I'll paste it. So now this API key is going to help us to build a connection between ActiveTrail and Pabbly Connect. Now I'm going to click on save. Okay, so now here you have to give a name for your webhook. So I'm just going to give it as updated ActiveTrail contact to updated Salesforce lead. Okay, so now here you can see a term called webhook URL and a URL displayed over here. Now you might again ask me, what is this webhook URL and how is it helpful for us? Let me tell you that webhook is an essential way to get data from an external software at Pabbly's end. So using this webhook, what we do is we try to integrate the Trigger software application and Pabbly Connect. So what we actually do is we first choose the app and then we choose the trigger event. And then what we do is we copy this webhook URL from here and we go and paste it inside the trigger software application, which is ActiveTrail in our case. But here in this case, we don't have to do it because we have already built a connection because of the API key. So here we don't have to copy and manually go and paste it inside ActiveTrail. So now what will happen is as soon as you click on save and send test request, this webhook will be set automatically inside ActiveTrail. Now I'm going to click on save and send test request. So we have our API response. That means our webhook has been set. Now it is time to click on capture webhook response. So now it is waiting for webhook response. That means let us go to ActiveTrail and update a contact. So here the thing is that you have to update a contact that exists as a lead in Salesforce. So if I go to my Salesforce, you can see I have a lead over here, that is Austin Clow. So I have the same contact already created in ActiveTrail as well. So now what I want is as soon as I update the contact in ActiveTrail, the information here should also get changed. So here you can see ActiveTrail. I'll show you. I'll go to my contacts. So here you can see we have Austin Clow. So if I make any change over here, the same change should happen here in Salesforce as well. That is Austin Clow over here. Okay, we have the details over here, you can see. Okay, fine. Now I'll go back to ActiveTrail and I'm going to make some changes. So here you can see Austin Clow. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll change the email. You can see austin010@gmail.com is over here. And if I go back to Salesforce, you can see austin010@gmail.com. So I am going to change the email in ActiveTrail and then we'll see if the email gets changed in Salesforce or not. So I am going to make it as @gmail.com. So austinclow32@gmail.com. Save. Okay, so I have changed the mail over here. You can see austinclow32@gmail.com. Now let's go back to Pabbly Connect. Okay, so you can see we have got the API response over here. You can see the email is changed, austinclow32@gmail.com. You can see rest of the details are same. Okay, so I'll just save it. Okay, so here we have successfully finished our first step integration, that is integration of ActiveTrail and Pabbly Connect. Okay, so now what we have to do is, now we have to search for the string of this email in Salesforce. So now what will happen is whenever a contact is updated in ActiveTrail, first we want to search if the same string exists in Salesforce or not. And if it exists, only then we want to update the lead. So in order to do so, what we are going to do is we are going to add an action step over here. And here I am going to choose Salesforce. And in action event, I am going to use search for a string because we want to search for the contact that we have updated in ActiveTrail. Does it exist in Salesforce as a lead or not? So I'm going to click on connect with Salesforce. Okay, so here you can see we have two options. If you want, you can create new credentials by connecting, or if you want, you can select any existing credentials. So here I'll just connect. So here I'm just going to allow it. You don't have to worry about your data or information. Everything is 100% safe and secure with Pabbly Connect. Okay, so here you can see first it is asking us for the query. So here you have to enter the string that you want to search. So here what string do you want to search? So here I am going to search for the lead in Salesforce through this phone number. So what I'm going to do is I'll just map the phone number over here. Okay, subject I am going to keep it as lead because we are searching for a lead. So in fields I am going to write phone because we have to search for this phone number, and in limit I am going to keep it as 1. So now let us search. Okay, so you can see we have got the details. You can see we have got the ID of this lead and we have also got the name. Okay, now I'll just save this. So now this ID in API response proves us that this lead exists in Salesforce. So now we are going to begin with our last step integration where we are going to integrate Salesforce with Pabbly Connect. But first we are going to use a router because we want to confirm that if this ID exists in Salesforce, only then we want to update the lead. So now I'm going to use a router over here. Okay. So here setting. So here I am going to map the ID that we have got from API 2. So let us go to our API 2. You can see we have the ID over here. So here I am going to put is exist. That means if this ID exists, only then we want to update the lead in Salesforce. Save and send test request. You can see condition is true. That means this ID exists in Salesforce. Now I'll just save it. Okay. So now here I am going to add the last step. So I'll choose Salesforce. And in action event, according to our workflow, whenever a contact is updated in ActiveTrail, we want to update the lead in Salesforce. That is why update lead will be our action event over here. Connect with Salesforce. Okay, so here again credentials. So I'll just map the last credential that we use, that is here. Save. Okay, so we have some fields over here and we have to fill the information according to our API responses. So lead ID, I'll just map it. I'm going to remove this and I'll map the lead ID that we got. So our ID is here, that is this one. Last name, let us search for it. So Chloe. First name, we have Austin. Salutation, fine. Title, no need. Company, let us search if we have the company details. Okay, so we don't have the company details over here. So I'll just write it manually. If you want, you can also write it in the ActiveTrail contact and then map it here. Phone number. Okay, email, we have the new email. So now what will happen is this email will replace the email that existed before. So here you can see the email was austin010@gmail.com, and now what will happen is it will be replaced by this email. Description, I'll write updated contact from ActiveTrail. Do we have the address? If we have, fine, I'll just map it. City is Bhopal, country is India. Okay, save and send test request. Okay, we have got the API response. That means we have successfully finished the integration of ActiveTrail and Salesforce here. Now I'm just going to click on done. Okay, now our workflow has worked properly. Now let us go back to Salesforce and check if the lead is updated there or not. So I'll go back to Salesforce. Now here you can see the email is austin010@gmail.com. Now I'll just refresh this once. So you can see the email has been updated over here. You can see, okay. And you can see the description is also here, updated contact from ActiveTrail. So we have successfully finished our integration and our integration is working fine. Now I'm going to show you this process again with one more example so that you can understand how this integration takes place in real time. So if I go back to my leads, here we have one more lead called Samuel Casper. And if I go back to my ActiveTrail, you can see I have Samuel Casper here also. So now what I'll do is I'll make some change over here and I'll update this contact, and then we'll see if the lead here also gets updated or not. So I'll open this. Okay, so now I'm going to make a change in the email again. So I'll go back. Samuel's, okay. Let me make it as Samuel's Casper 00. Save. Okay, so you can see we have updated this contact over here. Now let us go back to Salesforce and check if the lead is also updated or not. So I'll go back to Salesforce. You can see the email is still samuel012@gmail.com. Now I'll refresh it. Okay, so you can see we have successfully changed the email over here. We have updated this lead with the new information. You can see samuelscasper00@gmail.com. Okay, so we have successfully finished our integration and our integration is working fine. Now I'm going to explain you what has happened in our example. Okay, so in our example, what has happened is first the information went to ActiveTrail to Pabbly Connect. Then from Pabbly Connect, the information went to Salesforce. So now every time a contact is updated in ActiveTrail, automatically the lead will also be updated in Salesforce. So we have successfully finished the integration of ActiveTrail and Salesforce using Pabbly Connect.
Not just these two software applications, but you can integrate any software application using Pabbly Connect. If you have any queries, you can contact us at admin@pabbly.com and our team will help you. For more, you can also visit our website at www.pabbly.com. Thank you.